Hello everyone, welcome back to the Star Wars reviews. Last time we ended off on the Revenge of the Sith. Now, I was questioning which movie I should review next, either A New Hope or Rogue One. I decided A New Hope since I want to tackle this series in chronological order, so that means I'm going to so that means this review will be on Rogue One, or as I like to call it, the movie where everyone dies. Now, this movie doesn't have a number to it, so we can just pretty much call it Episode 3.5, since this does take place a while. Like, this takes place, like, pretty much before the opening. Like, the ending of this movie is pretty much like the opening to, A New Hope. So, yeah. Now, what's the plot of this movie? The main, like, here's the thing. You know how, like, in A New Hope, people complain that why did they make this small little error? Well, this movie was mainly was here to explain this. So, it's about this girl named Jyn Erso, whose father was a person who worked on the Death Star plans, and even was the person who designed that flaw so that way there could be hope for the galaxy, because he didn't want the Empire destroying planets anymore. So that is why he did it. And years later, she grows up into this, say, like, a lawbreaker and stuff like that, who goes on her new name because she doesn't want people to know her true identity. And she meets a small bag of rebels who later becomes, like, a member of the, well, she did become a member of the Resistance later on in the movie, but still. So, what are the things I like about this movie? Well, I do like the characters in this movie. For one, the Rogue One team is very likable. My favorite, my favorite members are easily K2SO and Church. I can't say pronounce his last name. Is it Imwe? I think that's how it's said. But to me, I really like K2SO. He's pretty much like Jar Jar, and like three C3PO. If you take out all like the whole wimpiness and make him into a badass. So that's what I like about this, like, K2SO. He's probably my favorite droid character we've gotten so far in these movies. So yeah. Another character I really like is Chirrut Îwee. That's what I'm gonna say right now. And I was actually, one thing I was disappointed with, like, with Force Awakens, that they had this martial artist in the movie, and he only had one line of dialogue, and I'll talk about it later when I review The Force Awakens. But still, here, when I heard that this martial artist who's very talented, I thought, oh no, they're going to do the same thing. But nope, he does his own tricks, and he even has some funny moments, like when he pretty much puts his thing, like puts his stick on a guy's foot. He says, "Is your foot all right?" And when he gets when he gets the bag over him, he says, "Are you kidding me? I'm blind." That sort of reminds me of a joke from Avatar: Last Airbender where Toph says, "Are you kidding me? I'm blind." But yeah, and the rest of the Rogue One team I do like. Jyn Erso, she's a fine character. She does get enough development. And Cassian, he was okay, I guess. I mean, he has some good moments, some bad, but still. Also, that freaking climax was awesome. It was all seriously, that entire climax was amazing, especially the ending with Darth Vader pretty much going Deadpool on the Rebel guys. That was freaking awesome, and I will admit that was easily probably my favorite Darth Vader moment ever. Easily the best Darth Vader moment we have gotten ever. But still, is there any negatives to this movie? Well, yeah, it does. Like, there's this part in the movie where it goes, like, skips over to planet, which can get a little bit confusing at times. And also, I don't remember when they said Base's name in the movie. I had to look his name up. And Krennic was okay, I guess, as a main villain. Yeah, he was an okay villain, I guess. And I do admit the CGI on Peter Cushing's character was really good. I didn't know Peter Cushing was dead, so I actually thought that was a real person. And it looked really, really good. But yeah, my problem with him, problem with Krennic, is that he's not really that memorable as a villain. Heck, I'm gonna say this right now. General Hoth from the other, like, from the new trilogy is more entertaining than this. Mainly right out over the top he is, like that. Like, I'll get to it when we cross that bridge, but still. Yeah, like, to me, this is a good prequel. Like, this is easily the second best prequel we've gotten so far in these movies. Another problem I do have, but still, another problem I do have with this movie is the whole Squidward scene. Like, there's a scene where Saw Gerrera thinks that the pilot is lying about the Death Star plans, and he has this, like, tentacle squid thing to read his mind. It's kind of weird. And like this, why is Squidward in this movie? This is just so confusing. And it is not very good. But I do think the positives do outweigh the negatives here. And I do like the character interaction is very good. It's sort of like Guardians of the Galaxy, where the characters, well, most of them have backstory to them, some don't. But like people complain that the characters didn't have enough backstory, even though in New Hope, none of the characters there had well, some of them did have a backstory, but still people complain that, oh, Chirrut and Base, we don't know how they met. But like with A New Hope, we didn't know how Han and Chewbacca met. So yeah. And also I do like the death scenes in this movie were really good. To me, the two most powerful deaths were the Chirrut and K2SO. I mean, due to the fact that like Chirrut is saying like this whole I am one with the Force and the Force is with me. I am one with the Force and the Force is with me. That was pretty cool. And K2SO's death and Base's death were pretty sad. Like Base was like trying, like dying a warrior's death, like pretty much like killing all the guys he can, sort of like K2SO. But yeah, I do think this movie was good for them, really good, and I don't think it's bad. I will admit, yes, I do know that some of the stuff that was in the trailer were cut out, like that one line Jin says when she takes off her helmet. But yeah, this movie was really good. Aside from a few negatives, I really liked this movie, and if I had to rank all the prequels we've gotten so far, number 1, Revenge of the Sith, 9.5 out of 10. Number 2, Rogue One, I'll give the rating later. Number 3, Phantom Menace, 7 out of 10. And number 4, Attack of the Clones, 7 out of 10. So, what does this movie get? A 9.3 out of 10. A 9.3 out of 10. Wait, before I go, I just want to talk about some other things. Like, Saw Gerrera's death was pretty good. I really like the fact that, like, he said, I'm done running. I'm sick and tired of running. He's pretty much on life support, basically. And he knows for a fact that he doesn't have much time left in the world. So he's pretty much like, so yeah, he's just like gonna die on that planet knowing that full well that yes, he is going to die. And also K2SO had this really cool moment where he chucked a grenade at some stormtroopers without even looking. That is badass right there. And yes, I do really like this movie. I do recommend it, and it does explain that tiny little detail that we complained about, like how did they not overlook this flaw? But if I do have one complaint with this movie, it would be that like the whole Darth Vader does get barely any lines in this movie. In fact, James Earl Jones had more lines than the Sandlot, but still, I do think it was mainly there just to redeem it for that scene at the end where Darth Vader is like slashing all those guys to bits and pieces. That was awesome. And that ending shot where he was on, like, she was in the vacuum of space was awesome, and I really like that scene. And the climax where they pretty much like slam a Star Destroyer onto like the planet shield, that was freaking cool. And yeah, I do like I was actually surprised they killed off every member of the team of the Rogue One squad. I was actually surprised by that. So people, join me next time as we take a look at A New Hope. I hope you enjoyed this review, and also, just in case you forgot, this movie gets a 9.3 out of 10 so far, and it's retrospective to the second best Star Wars movie. Peace.